creativity for another very special episode of Hook Cooks, the improvised storytelling podcast guaranteed to feed a hunger you didn't know you had. I am Mitch the Monster Chef.
My name is Dishbot. Tonight I will play the role of Jack.
I am your larder critter, Connor.
Hey, everybody.
It's so smooth. Balsam.
Hey, I'm Vinny. I'm the Saucy Spicer. You know me. I've been traveling through time and space, riding those cinnamon dunes.
Lovely. Actually, it's good to get you on the track, Vinny, because I have got a few little, just a little HR point that I wanted to raise about our work here in the Kitchen of Creativity. Just in regards to like workplace footwear. So obviously steel-capped boots are the go for the kitchen, but it's taking us a little while to get from point to point. So I was thinking about introducing steel-capped Heelys, and I wanted to run that by you guys, whether you think that's a goer.
Steelies.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
That lands it.
This is a money-making strike of lightning.
I'll get the right people in the room at the right time. We'll get it done.
I feel like the speed at which I Heely there carries a risk.
Oh yeah, it's a high risk
to be
reward
steel.
thing, but
That's why they're steel toe.
nothing is more important to us than your safety. But we do need to move faster.
We need to be faster.
Nothing is more important to us than your safety, apart from the speed at which we move.
The speed and profit of the business.
Those are the three pillars, really.
We need to make number go up, guys. Do it. Heelys.
Yes.
It is time to roll up our sleeves for another shift here in the Hook Cook Kitchen. My fellow chefs will be presenting submissions based on a pre-prepared prompt from me this time. Together, we four will whip up a world, characters, and a story just for you before serving up a radio play segment that we call The Plate Up. Got a prompt of your own? Send it through to cooksofhooks@gmail.com or reach out to us across the socials at hook_cooks. Chefs! BFFs! Let's get cooking! Jack! Tell me, what prompt did I give you?
What did you give us as a prompt?
As a
week?
prompt?
Because Vinny's on the episode.
Hi.
The prompt that you gave us
Gave you
is Tweed assist.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Tweed assist.
Oh, Tweed assist. Well, you know, sometimes you encounter a prompt that is just a cut above. It really is the excellence kind of just shimmering off of it.
Sometimes that does happen, yeah.
Sometimes.
And then other times other things happen.
Other times, you know, you get a single fabric. I am very excited. Of course I am excited with it being a prompt that I've provided. Such a flip of the usual power dynamic here. Vinny, you will be the first cab off the rank. I want to find out what your worst thought was, your first thought. Please, Vinny, what is your best before yesterday?
All right. It's a tough call, boys. No movement in the last few seconds, and they're all tied up round the waist. Wait a minute. Smoking breaks away. Jean and Bomber are close in tow, but Smoking's got the lead. Wide pass out to Double-Breasted, who steps in and goes for it. Oh, good defense there from Puffer, but it's been fumbled. Jean can't quite get a hold of it, and somehow Blazer ends up with it. Blazer scoots, but can't get a line. It goes out. It's going to be wide. Trench is lining up to intercept, and whoa! Tweed gets a cuff on it. And it's good! Tweed assist! Tweed assist!
I will point out that an assist is normally the second last touch before a goal, but I still love it.
You do not know what sport this is.
Normally though, across sports, I will say the assist is the second to last touch.
The penultimate.
Yeah, I think that's forgiven by the phrase "Tweed gets a cuff on it," which
good,
is whoo. I like that a lot. Look, my heart was pounding. You know, I was hoping that the team that I put all my money on was going to come through.
Yeah, Gene, man, he was having a really good run.
Yeah,
it's going to be upcycled.
Put all my money on Puffer. But yeah, no, I like that a lot. I can imagine the kind of disembodied jackets running around the not football field, not kicking, I suppose, the ball. Mitch, what is your first thought, your worst thought, your best before yesterday?
Look, nothing too strenuous here. Are you stuck at a meeting of esteemed archaeologists and accidentally spilt a glass of 92 Chateau de Monde on your coat? Are you failing to impress a jaded librarian? Dial 1-900 Tweed Assist today for an urgent and immediate delivery of garments to suit all your tweed needs.
Oh, your tweed. So this is like an emergency tweed assist service.
Yes. Yeah, this is the emergency tweed assist service. When you need the tweed, you call Tweed Assist.
It's a good slogan.
You
need the tweed.
If
I gotta need a need for tweed.
I wouldn't know where to go.
It burns into my head. I kind of feel like I've got my own tweed issues.
I really
in real
liked
life
Need for Tweed 2 Underground myself.
I liked Need for Tweed Maverick. I thought it was a real return to form. A wonderful submission. Thank you very much, Mitch. We'll move on to Jack's best before yesterday. His first thought, his worst thought. What do you have, Jack?
Here it is for Tweed Assist. This is the name of my new lawn care business. I employ a team of grandfatherly English gentlemen who, in exchange for a small fee, will come to your house, lean on your fence, light up a corncob pipe, and have a life-changing conversation with you while you weed your garden. Is your backyard looking a bit messy? Are you lacking a paternal role model and as a result are feeling unsure of your place within the swirling chaos that is the cosmos? Then call 1-800-TWEED today!
So some elderly gentleman shows up and packs a corncob pipe while you continue to work.
You do your chores, but the thing you get out of it is a life-changing conversation.
Right. So
And
you'll be like, can you help with the hedges?
Yeah,
and he'll be like,
but can you put a price on that? Yes, you can. It's
it's the hourly rate.
Nominal fee.
They are of different and varying quality, and there are different rates.
There's a call-out fee, and then it's in $5 increments.
Yeah.
Exactly. That you get paid on the whole hour. So even if you go 15 minutes over, they are going to take you for that whole second hour.
For sure.
Yeah, I love that. That's great. Excellent. It's like Jim's gardening service, except like James.
Dirty gardening.
You know. Very nice stuff, boys. I appreciate your best before yesterday's. Your first thoughts, your worst thoughts. It's on to the real submissions, the meat and potatoes. Let's follow that same order of revelation. Vinny, please present your meat and potatoes.
Every time. All right. Okay, boys, strap in. I took some liberties with this one. Okay. We look into a diner from the outside. It's lit with buzzing fluorescent lighting, making a squat group of dwarves inside squint their bushy eyebrows. One of them, nervously twitching their thick white mustache, glances around outside through tiny spectacles. This group of cat burglars have committed a grave sin. Stolen a piece of fine art, a totally expected thing for burglars to do, that it had dibs called on it by a competing group of cat burglars. Not cool. This particularly nervous dwarf, dressed in their iconic tan three-piece tweed suit, break-action shotgun seemingly always broken over one elbow like a prop, wipes the sweat from their forehead with an embroidered handkerchief. The plan was simple. The team has to erase their faux pas by reverse heisting this hollow prism back into Mega Pepsi's new clear taste sensation. All before those other bastards can heist it back out. The crew, previously grunting, nodding, exchanging low murmurs, go quiet while a grubby finger is pointed onto plans of security patrols, flavor guard dogs, and laser tripwires. A mustachioed dwarf turns, leaving a trail of smoke in the air from their bulldog pipe, to see several annoyed, scrunched faces waiting for their input. Tweed, assist.
Alright, so there's a guy called Tweed. There's a dwarf called Tweed.
Okay, just let me unpack this for a second. You were given 2 words.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So You've ignored them completely and just made a story of your own design.
Tweed, isn't there? And at the end,
He was wearing a Tweed suit.
He's the physical embodiment. Hang on. He's the physical embodiment of Tweed. He's got the mustache. He's got the break action shotgun. He's got the handkerchief. He's like a Victorian gentleman. It's his thing.
Whoa. What is the break action shotgun? Is it because it's like
I just
like
hunting picture like a dude on
a
a hunting dude wearing Tweed.
Okay.
It's pretty easy from your fucking high chair over there, guy who didn't have to come up with something for Tweed assist.
Tweed,
right? Yeah, maybe we had to fudge some things somewhere. Maybe that will be a theme throughout some of the other prompts. All right, I think we deal with.
Hey, you're lucky that embodied jackets playing football wasn't my meat and potatoes submission, my guy.
Well, I mean, I would be fine with that because it would have something to do with the prompt. Like this one is. What was the Pepsi component? You've got like an invisible prism and a Pepsi thing. I'm interested
and what it could be other
wow.
than
What great things we can uncover should we choose to use this in our final product.
I'm going to put these things in a cabinet marked with a question mark on it. All right. You know, like how you've got like a third drawer and it's got like odds and ends in it that you never know. You might use that bit of blue tack or that screw.
And occasionally you look in it just because it's fun, you know? Like, what am I going to find?
What a Pokemon card. What?
Cool. Is this like a magic, like planes card? I don't even play magic. That's crazy. All right. Well, you know, I won't get too entranced when there's so much more on the bone. This may end up informing what we make, or it may end up being a story you told yourself. Mitch,
I love it,
let's move right along. Please present your meat and potatoes.
All right. It began with the sewing of the great smoking jackets. 3 were given to the medicine faculty, 7 to the School of Engineering, and 9 smoking jackets were gifted to the English department, who above all else desire power. But they were all of them deceived, for another smoking jacket was made. In the School of Music, where the shadows lie, the dark Professor Steve wove in secret a tweed jacket to control all others, but then he got a call from a record label and put it down somewhere safe. History became legend, legend became myth, and you, a humble student, have found in the dark, dusty corners of your university's failed music department a pretty classy jacket. You put it on and hear its fell voice in your mind. Assist me in returning my faculty to glory, and I will grant you power beyond imagining.
cool.
I did want to get some whispering in the background.
Whispering, right. Okay, so this is kind of a jacket you put on and
it's
the
like
eye can see you.
And, you know, the jacket is maybe evil. I don't know. It's questionable.
Giant Jack Black in the sky.
You know.
Gotta take it to a volcano.
I mean, or you like, you know, grant it power by like making the music department succeed a la School of Rock. There's a lot you can do with that.
You created this idea that I love your like your narrative intro as you reveal that the secret jacket is a tweed jacket, like lying on the like back of a chair in the back of a music room somewhere, which feels like such a university kid move to walk up and find a tweed jacket and be like, "This is mine now. This is my whole thing, right?
This is my whole identity.
This is my identity.
Personality is based around this jacket."
Yeah. Look, I like that. I really like that approach. Let's roll on through to Jack's. Jack, please present your meat and potatoes.
10 years ago, Dr. Blaze R. Windbreaker made a startling discovery that would change the face of Puffer City. Working late at his super secret underground lab, Dr. Windbreaker opened a portal to the future. Out of that portal came a new blend of super advanced fabric which bestows fantastical powers upon its wearer. Naturally, Dr. Windbreaker immediately set to recruiting a group of plucky high school teenagers to wear his new super suits. And the Tweed Assist Team was born. Teenagers wearing extra explosive duds. Over the last 10 years, the Tweeds have cleaned up the streets. Incarceration rates are at an all-time high, and the mandatory 7 p.m. curfew easily identifies innocent do-gooders from heinous criminals. Reports of increasingly erratic behavior on behalf of the Tweeds ever since the mysterious disappearance of Dr. Windbreaker 5 years ago is little more than falsified information spread by the criminal element within Puffer City. Note that dissemination of such information is considered treason, and any guilty parties will be tried to the full extent of the law. That's right, you'll be exploded.
Okay. Ooh. So this is like a Power Ranger team, except more than one except here, except they're based around the
tweed suits.
Tweed suits.
suits.
And they're fascists.
They're very heavily fascist.
It's teenagers are given power, and then the power is not removed from them.
Yeah.
And so
they just peep.
They're
like, what if we're in charge?
Right?
Yeah.
What if we run this city like we want it to be run?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's okay. Well,
I also thought it could be like just an interesting side plot here. It could be the idea that these are teenagers wearing suits that were fitted for them as teenagers, and so they're now like 10 years older and they've grown out of them.
They're all like 30.
And they're like really trying to find material or something to change the suits.
I'm absolutely in love with the idea of this Tweed task force. I also like the idea of it being kind of, yes, it's Power Rangers and they're wearing Tweed, but we're also exploring the idea of like 10 years down that pathway, like what has happened, what has occurred.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely like elements, perhaps like let's think of Mitch's like plate up, that there could be an evil jacket or a corrupted jacket, or there could be like some kind of corrupting force at play.
Yeah.
And maybe the teens drink Pepsi, so we can get Vinny's story in there as well.
And
there's dwarves around.
They
to do a heist.
Got to do a reverse heist. With Pepsi.
That is something I considered. Is like, what are the jackets for like the symbiote suit from Spider-Man? Like, corrupting the teens.
They're just like full on, like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's say that Dr. Windbreaker is our Sauron here, right? He's the one that's created these things. Now, we're not going to have quite the neat 7 of this, 9 of that, 1 of this, I don't think. Unfortunately, we're not going to have the full Lord of the Rings numbers associated. But let's imagine all of these jackets are the One Ring. There's 4 of them or 5 of them.
I mean, it could be, like there's 9 that go to the race of men.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the
they turn them evil.
The corrupting element, you know. We're actually exploring the corruption part and not the like...
Not the One Ring. It's like the Ring Wraith's backstory.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's interesting. It kind of is. It kind of is that, isn't it? It's they are given power, corrupted by it, except they're Power Rangers and they're teens and they're wearing ill-fitting tweed.
Which, I mean, Tolkien, what were you doing?
This is the obvious story.
This is what happens when you write the language first and then the plot. See, it just doesn't make sense.
On this great team thing.
Okay, so I like this idea. Let's flesh out some components to it. Let's get some basic kind of a plot arc going, right? So we start off in this future, right? Let's imagine our whole story is set in the future. These things are context for our story, but I don't think it's going to be like in the story during the time that we're actually telling it. Is that fair?
In the fascist future?
We're in the fascist future.
Okay. Yeah.
I
guess probably the most logical place to start is who we are within this story, right?
Yes. So I imagine
antagonistic characters, but
maybe we find a pure suit, right?
Okay.
Oh.
And maybe it's about
one of them's been lost.
You're the one, and yours fits, and like you've got to like free the like tweed wraiths
Yeah.
Maybe you find Dr. Windbreaker.
Well,
That's
that penultimately, I feel, right?
What I was thinking was like he breaks away and maybe
he could make you a suit.
Make you a suit.
Like a non-corrupt. Oh, but if he's
if he's the Sauron figure,
we need an Alpha 5.
Sorry, what?
Please.
Power Ranger lore, guys.
Okay.
All
I
of
haven't
the
been
listeners
reading the emails you
understand
sent me
this.
about that.
I know, but can you explain?
Yeah, you know, but I'll explain it just in case there are people that don't know.
Yeah.
Alpha 5 is like the little robot that runs around helping Zordon.
Right, gotcha.
So, like, you need kind of like an inside agent, right? That decides that they're gonna. What about our character just called Pepsi?
Yes, yeah, suitable.
It's a character called Pepsi. They work alongside our Zordon Sauron.
Yeah.
Zoron. Yeah, okay. So let's imagine that they've sent you a suit. It's like from within the compound, right? And everybody knows who this like overlord is. They're aware of their influence and force. Maybe they've never seen their face, but it's like Sauron's watching, Big Brother's watching posters are like around or whatever. The Tweed assist will set you straight if you don't follow like Dr. Windbreaker's rules.
Yeah, they've got the classic like fascist thing of like huge TVs playing
what is essentially
exposition.
It's like episodes of Power Rangers, but with Tweed and it's propaganda.
Yeah.
So pretty much nearly just episodes of Power Rangers.
Okay, so you
I like
get
that.
This. Do you get the suit? You get the suit.
You get the suit sent to you. Let's imagine
And it fits.
It fits,
Perfect.
and it's uncorrupted, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have this like direct link to Windbreaker.
Yeah.
That it won't immediately destroy you, and maybe to differentiate it from Lord of the Rings, you can wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes you even with one of the Power Rangers.
Okay, cool. So you're now essentially a Power Ranger,
Solo.
a good Power Ranger fighting against bad Power Rangers.
This is probably inconsequential, but maybe the like lore reason within our universe as to why you could wear it without being corrupted is that the guy on the inside made it.
Yeah.
And so it's imbued with his like good spirit. Like he was in it because he thought that they were going to like change the world and help people. And then that didn't happen. And it's imbued with his good spirit.
I think we've got like a good kind of general arc. I think a little bit of freshness might help us find our feet.
Yeah, let's head on over to this side salad station where my mom Claire has assembled a veritable bounty of undiscovered, untold, and unseen prompts. We're going to pick one at random by spinning a big wheel, and whatever we get, we will incorporate into our meal. Oh, that's interesting. We're trapped.
Oh. Okay.
So,
nice.
okay. I've got a big brainwave. Once you put the suit on, you can't take it off.
Oh.
Yes, and that's what. That's
what you're trying to do. You got to get back in there just to be a normal person again.
Yeah, and you're not even at first. You're not even trying to undo the fascist system. You're just trying to get out of the suit.
Yeah,
that's cool, and it sort of also paints a picture of like this is what happened to the other Tweed assist teams, and that must suck if they've now grown over 10 years and can't take off this unfitting suit.
That's 10 years of no showers, baby.
Yeah.
No, they shower with the Tweed.
Yeah, I feel like there's
10
also
years of water-damaged Tweed, baby.
Yeah. They will look fucking haunting.
Yeah.
They will look like ring wraiths.
I feel like it's also got to be like a matter of time before just being in the suit will just turn you into one of the fascists, like. Right.
So you think that there's like, you've been given a suit and maybe it's not a new suit. Maybe it isn't special or it isn't non-corrupt. It's just that you've been told it's going to corrupt you.
I think that I think you're right.
Whatever.
That is more interesting. Like maybe it introduces a bit more time pressure.
Yeah.
Into.
And you can have the suit like trying to corrupt you.
Yeah.
So so you receive the suit because its creator wants you to stop the Tweed Force.
Yeah, to dismantle the Tweed Assist force.
The Tweed Assist. And then once you're in the suit, you're like, I mean, maybe I don't want to, like, you know, go to war, but I would love to get out of this suit at least.
Well, I think it's more that, like, it has to be, like, randomly you're chosen, and the suit is thrust upon you, right? Like the Green Lantern ring, you know? You find it in a moment of turmoil, or it finds you or something, and in a moment of great need, you put it on. You're in a situation where the Tweed Assist are bearing down on your location. The Alpha 5 character knows this, right? And has been looking for someone to put on the suit and work with. And Alpha 5 knows that no one's... I can't use Alpha 5. Omega 4 knows that you are going to accept this, essentially, or you'll die, right? So they're monitoring the Tweed Assist force from a command station, and they're like, that's a viable candidate. I'll send them a suit. Yeah, I like that a lot. You are being pursued. Let's just go with that for now.
You're out after curfew, maybe? Or
what I was proposing was, instead of you getting the suit in that moment of peril, it's like a Mega 4, if that's the name we're going to go with for this guy. They've like left the Tweed force and they're a tailor. And so you come in to get a suit fitted and they're like, man, like this dude's MCing. Perfect. Perfect for my special suit. And that
for the suit that I've already made.
Okay, how about this then?
And his special powers.
You're being attacked by the Tweed Assist force, because I think it's just good thematically, like from a storytelling perspective, it starts with showing like these fascists, and he pulls you into his quiet shop, right? Because why would you like necessarily walk into a tailor's shop?
For tailoring normally, but what if you put the suit on and they come and get you? Like they register that it's been put on. It's just like the moment feels like I want you to be thrust into it without that. Like it's just like happening to you. Rather than like, this is like a moment of helplessness and I'm forced into it. It's like,
if it is a tailor and it is someone who is an person involved in that, and they've removed themselves and they're trying to live under the radar, we haven't defined who our character is. So maybe our character is an apprentice tailor who doesn't know these things about their master. It doesn't know that their master is not only a tailor, but a tailor of these suits.
Yeah.
Right? And then perhaps in a moment of great calamity, the tailor can reveal that they have made a suit and they've been making it for that apprentice because
they got hired for that specific purpose.
Yeah, they get hired because they're the right thing. They've been fixing the measurements every day to get it absolutely like inch perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe the tailor is killed and you go into his like underground workshop and see the perfect suit there.
Right. So you're not involved in an actual like raid, but you find the aftermath of the raid. Yeah, I like the idea of being trapped in the suit. I think that really serves the side salad. Like, that really immediately fixes that problem for me.
We got to come up with a new name for the tailor, boys.
Yeah, we need a new name for the tailor. That's what we absolutely need.
His name is Tweed.
Could be Tweed.
Pepsi?
Pepsi? I like Pepsi, personally. Pepsi the tailor.
Peppy.
Pepsi.
Pepsi's good.
Pepsi. Yeah.
I feel like Pepsi is good.
Yep.
I call him Mr. Pepsi. All right, so Mr. Pepsi.
Yeah.
That we start with our father figure. He's been the person that we've been in an apprenticeship for a long time. There's a great sense of betrayal when we first put the suit on because he reveals that he's essentially trapped us in it. But he believes it's his one chance to contribute to dismantling the Tweed Assist. He believes the only people that can take them down is a fresh agent, and this is the only fresh agent he's ever going to be able to produce, right? He's been working on the suit for a very long time. He's outside the system. He doesn't have access to whatever the good Tweed is, so he's had to piece this together.
Tweed.
Good future Tweed, exactly. All right, so let's do a really kind of light mapping of some of the stuff that might happen throughout the story, right?
Yeah, so we could Mega Man it. You go around killing the members of the Tweed Assist school.
Absorbing their power.
Stealing their cool Tweed
Their
powers.
individual Tweed-based powers.
And then you fight. Was it Zoran?
It was Dr. Windbreaker ended up being...
Dr.
He's essentially going to be our Eggman. All right, so we start off. We need to obviously have some kind of like fights. I like the idea of using the current Tweed Assist Force as a kind of like a pantheon to battle through.
We sort of are presenting them as a bit of like a hive mind, right? They're all being controlled by Blaze R Windbreaker, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so they're there's no individuality, but maybe there is a way to sort of like tug on the like, you know, the deep down memories, you know, draw one away with the smell of freshly baked bread. I don't know. I'm just, you know,
I worry about that only because we've got no like character establishment for our character knowing them beforehand or anyone knowing anything about them beforehand.
well, I imagine that Crystal Pepsi would know them.
Crystal Pepsi's got all the comic books, man.
Sure, maybe Crystal Pepsi is like, okay, that's Tanya. She used to be into,
Karate.
you know, huh?
Karate.
Karate?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a
Actually, all of them were
superhero thing, man.
all of them were
They're
into
all
karate.
into karate.
No, I know. That's my point. I was like, how do I break them free of their trance by doing karate?
I don't know what karate class.
I work through my
think the idea is-
forms.
How do we individualize them?
Yes.
Well, yeah, they could
from
all
karate.
be into a different type of.
They'll dojos.
All right.
Maybe karate isn't the answer.
You've dealt with the karate one and the judo one. No, this one is Krav Maga. It's no holds barred. People are gonna get hurt. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like breaking through to them based off some elements that Mr. Pepsi has on them, but it's a momentary weakness. It's a moment of like fleeting.
Yeah.
Just enough to get the edge and get inside and try to like get them, right? I think like broadly speaking, like I've got a lot of story beats that I like. Do you guys want to like maybe polish out how the story might kind of come to a close?
Yeah.
Like obviously, do we
Reverse heist.
We reverse ties.
We gotta put-
the suit back in.
You got to put Windbreaker in a suit.
In the suit that
into
has
the
no
suit
powers.
you're wearing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's built for Windbreaker. And you
built
are
for-
the exact physical
Yeah.
dimensions
Whoa,
of Windbreaker.
dude.
Whoa! It was always made for Windbreaker.
Whoa.
I was wondering why you chose a
You're his
paunchy
son.
45-year-old man for this.
It's a pure coincidence.
No, Windbreaker is just like young forever for science reasons. Don't worry about it. Yeah, no, I like that.
Absorbs the life energy of the other Tweed Assist people.
Awesome. Fantastic. Yes, he's evil. Cool.
Yeah.
I really like it. I love the idea that you're trying to, in the end, the suit is designed for him. And that's his final, like, punishment. He'll be in the suit, a victim of his own, like, recursive programming, eventually trapped forever in his own corruption, unable to follow his own orders, right?
Yeah,
Cool.
You can MacGuffin
Torturous.
turn the
Yeah,
power off,
that's
I
rough.
suppose, in some way, right? Because you don't want to put him in this hyper-powerful suit that you've just created and be like, gotcha, dude!
Punked!
Get
Punked!
exploded immediately.
No,
It's
yeah,
like, there
you
has to be
release-
like a feedback loop, yeah.
You release all of the Tweed powers into the ether, of course.
Yeah.
They go back to wherever they came from, the future.
Through the invisible prism, right?
Exactly.
Through the
You-
hollow prism
The hollow
that you
prism.
brought
sorry.
with you this whole time.
And that you put back in the casino. Okay, cool. Look, I think that this is pretty much the front to back of the story that we'll need to head on through to the plate-up. We do need to pick a scene, though, to make sure that we've got something nice and specific to sink our teeth into. So, with that in mind, what scene do you think that we should pick for this Tweed Assist?
Feels like putting the suit on to me.
Putting the suit on feels pretty cool.
I like the last one with maybe a little splash of fighting with another Tweed assistant member in there. You end the fight, and then you're talking with Windbreaker.
Look, I think in terms of the scene itself, I do gravitate a little bit more toward what Jackie's saying. Putting the suit on feels like a bit more of a contained scene within itself. It will give us the dynamic with Mr. Pepsi. It will give us the suit itself, and it will give us the opportunity to provide a bit of a wider context. Also, why is the suit being used now? We can explain that.
Fascist society.
Okay. Well, with that all agreed upon, let's make our way through to the plate up. Hiya! Karate!
No, I'm karate. 38 long and a 56 wide.
Karate's the best.
The inseam is very low.
The streets are clean. Crime is almost non-existent. Humanity has created a peaceful utopia wherein all are valued and respected. Unless, of course, you're wearing the wrong thing on the wrong day, or playing music too loud, or expressing dissenting opinions of any kind in any way. We have one group to thank. The Tweed Assist team that patrols the globe, honing in on dissension and eliminating it at the source. Revel in these famed keepers of peace. Their Tweed supersuits having provided them power for over a decade. Hail Blaze our Windbreaker, a completely sane genius who designed these suits from an unknowable Tweed. A Tweed that has empowered them to defend peace, justice, and the right not to act up or cause a fuss. The noble Tweed Assist team patrol the globe even now, smoking out the cancer of liberal thought. Their suits, though tight, give them unique powers that they use in the pursuit of state-sanctioned truth. We salute our brave Tweed Assist team as they strive ever forward toward Tweed-assisted liberty. Godspeed, Tweed Assist, and God bless you for your service.
You finish hemming another pair of slacks and stare wistfully at the elaborate smoking jackets in the back. Your mentor, Crystal Pepsi, well known for their tastemaker style and transparent hemwork, sweeps out the front, bathed in sunlight.
Please fetch me my shades.
Crystal projects through the doorway. You acquiesce. Venturing into the very back, you passed through the portal separating Pepsi's home and Pepsi's Crystal Finery Ltd. By the unlit fireplace, you find his hat. On the table are his wraparounds. On the chair by the table is the most incredible figure that you've ever beheld. The golden hour sunlight, beaming in from the windows, dances along the fibers, stopping here and there in the various channels of earthy and natural woolen tones. Looks thick enough to protect you from the elements, but still thin enough to be taste delicious. And it seems to be exactly your size? Probably 10 or so minutes later, a squinting Pepsi walks in through the door to find you perfectly poured into a 3-piece, multi-purpose fashion and or hunting suit. It never occurred to you to not put it on. Well, what do you think? You say.
What have you done? Crystal Pepsi's voice echoes, aghast. Well, fits like a glove, you say. Even the inseam, and that's usually tricky. The suit feels good. In it, you feel like you could take on all the wickedness of the world. We don't have long. You really shouldn't have put that on. What is this? I haven't seen anything like it. They move frantically around the shop, grabbing clothes. Crystal? It's Tweed, you idiot! Tweed. You're trapped in it now. Well done. Tweed Assist will be here in moments. It calls to them. Your heart skips a beat. Tweed? No! You try to push the jacket over your shoulders. It doesn't budge. Did you make this for me? No, I hired you for it. I would have told you. Spit in one hand. Flustered, you watch as they upend the contents of the cash box into their purse. Stop! What's going on? Crystal steps close and tucks an out-of-date style magazine into your pocket. That's all I have on them. Use it! Fight! Damn, that's a fine suit. I'm sorry. A car horn blares and they give you a final sad look before fleeing out the door in a dervish of waistcoats.
You watch as Crystal opens the door to their Uber and drives away, out of your life. What a day. Not only have you found out that you're permanently bonded to your new suit, you've lost your job, too. You wander out the back of the shop and take a moment, gazing down at the soft fabric. You barely believe it's the same material worn by Tweed Assist, the same fabric that imbues them with such horrible power. Then, a gust of air bangs the door to the shop closed behind you, and you jump 8 stories directly upwards. Now you believe it. Another gust blows through the alley, and this time it carries an overwhelming, fetid stink. Suddenly, a figure pops out of the air in front of you. Wild eyes stare at you behind a mat of long, dark hair. At first, they seem to be covered by a dark brown sludge, but as you look closer, you notice a crumpled lapel, a dull button. Their skin is red raw, chafing where it meets the ruined fabric. This is what it looks like when you wear a suit for 10 years. They reach out and gently stroke your breast pocket.
No fabric. Clean fabric. Mine.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
This Tweed Assist team is scary.
Oh my God. Some body horror at the end there.
It's quite the roller coaster we've been on this evening, Vinny. I'm glad to have had you along with us. Hopefully, we've made it fun here in the Hook Cook Kitchen. Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, man. This has been so much fun. It's awesome to be here. I've been listening to you guys for so long, you know, it's nice to finally come and have a chat with you.
Great to meet a fan, yeah.
Long time listener, first time guest. Yeah.
Third time, I think.
Yeah, you got to go back into the archives for that stuff.
Thank you for joining us here in the Hook Cook Kitchen. If you do have a prompt that you'd like us to turn into an episode, something incredible like Tweed Assist, shoot that through to cooksofhooks@gmail.com or use @hook_cooks for the socials.
Yes, if you enjoyed the meal we cooked up in the kitchen tonight, please tell your friends, like, subscribe, rate us, leave us a Yelp review, and if you're feeling super generous, steal our ideas and turn them into a major motion picture.
Ziggy's in the mail. Thank you to Holizna, who we thank for our opening theme, Sailing Away. And, of course, thank you to Jack's mum.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I've been Connor, your larder critter.
My name is Dishtbot. Tonight I played the role of Jack.
Hey, it's Vinny, Saucy Spicerer.
And I am Mitch the Monster Chef. Thank you so much for listening. Are we happy, boys?
Yes.
We make up such cool things. We're so great.
We do think of cool things, and we're all so cool.
Fantastic.
That's
awesome.
Cool is exactly what we are.
Cool is what we are.
What we're doing is cool.
What we're doing now is cool. And
listener, this is audio, but you can't see all the sunglasses that we're wearing.
We all have sunglasses on, and we're all drinking really tall, really flowery cocktails.
I have 6 pop
Look
collars.
at that. I did a skateboard trick.
Whoa!
That was so cool. We've got enough topic.
That's the biggest kickflip I've ever seen.